Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's healing session. We have today, sadly, the last video for the special December series, following up with the angel number 333. The last segment here is working on the soul part of the angel number. Really excited for this one. It's gonna be a really powerful session. You're gonna feel like a whole new person after this, like reinvented, basically almost a level up, which is perfect for the next year. If you would love to see more content, I have on my Patreon more Reiki sessions, but also tarot readings and Shadowwork prompts with monthly different topics. And for those that don't have a Patreon, fear not, I have the solution here for you. On my YouTube membership, I post the same content. It's a little bit more easier accessible for those that don't have a Patreon account. If you want to embark on a more individual healing journey, I do have one-on-one sessions for Reiki, and as well tarot readings for those that seek more guidance in their life, as well on my stand store. I offer a variety of products on my stand store as well. I have a guided meditation for healing your mind and body. And for the people that like journaling, I do have a ebook as well with over 50 pages worth of Shadowwork prompts, so you won't run out for quite a while. Before we get started, I want to apologize for any extreme gusts of wind in case my microphone picks up on it. I doubt it's gonna continue because Master Manifestor over here, but just in case I can't edit everything out, just be warned. With the selenite, I'm gonna work here first on soul alignment. So depending on what cycle you are currently in and whatever phase in your life as well, I'm gonna focus here on aligning that with your soul mission. That way you don't feel lost on your path. Sometimes some of you might be able to relate where you just feel like you don't know what you need to do, in which direction to go. Does it feel right, this calling, this job, this place where you live in? Naturally recalibrating your soul's GPS. So I'm just brushing through your soul with the selenite. Selenite is a very highly spiritual stone, I would say. It's mostly used for working on the crown chakra. So it's very like a potent, higher frequency energy. I'll focus here on the crown chakra as well a little bit, making sure it's completely unblocked. And since we are on the topic of the crown chakra, I'm gonna work my way through all the rest of the 6 ones. First the third eye, and coming down to the throat, down to the heart, solar plexus, sacral, and lastly the root chakra. Making sure that every connection between one and the other is working perfectly fine. Brushing one last time through your soul to make sure that everything is aligned the way we need it for the next phase. The next intention is divine power. Just warming up my hands here a little bit. The point of the intention here is that I want you to kind of like wake up and realize that you're the creator of your life, that you basically decide how things go. Oftentimes we tend to give our power away to a higher being and saying like, well, this is the way it was planned, I guess this is my path and all that, but we write our own story. It is us that decides how things go. We were given this power when we were created, and a lot of people misunderstand this as in we have to wait for someone else to save us, or we have to wait for this other higher being deciding about our own life, when actually when we were created we were made with this consciousness of being able to create our own reality, and that was basically all that was asked of us. And a lot of people kind of like misunderstand this and then wait for something outside of themselves to happen, when internally it is us who decides our state of being and what else gets reflected back in our reality. So if you're not happy with what you're currently seeing, you have to understand that it's up to you to change it. And I kind of observed this with my grandmother often, that well, in general, the older generation here in Spain, that they hope for God to kind of like change everything for them, when it's not God's responsibility, it's your responsibility to realize that. But it's oftentimes that people can't take responsibility of their own life. That's why they hope for something else to change it for them. And now you know, and you're literally within the palm of your hands, this power. So how you want to differently create your world. What would you love to see more of? What would you like to see less of? Gonna raise here a little bit your awareness. Are in control of our reality. And the more aware we are, the easier it is to work around it. creating a acceptance in your brain, realizing that you're in control of your reality. Sometimes there can be this little part of us that is in denial, because you realize, oh, my life could have been much different if I had realized this earlier. That's when we tend to beat ourselves up, but you found it now. You now know it better. It's never too late. With this amethyst, I'm working here on a higher intuition. We're going to focus here on your third eye chakra. Intuition here can be basically in the same basket as awareness. Just, getting insights on when to do certain things, when to make easier for you to make decisions regarding your life. Also realizing when is it inspired action to do something, or when is it the part of me that wants to take over control and be guided by the ego. Pressing that deeper. Going to take that high intuition and expand that. Obviously, intuition, the more you trust it, the more you practice it, that's when it keeps growing. And for whoever is watching this, some of you guys may be in a different level, some of you maybe just started, so I kind of want to give every single one of you the same opportunity, basically. Making sure that it's developed at the point where it needs to be right now for this cycle that you are in right now. Now here a little bit of a card carding session. So in this part, I want to help you release any old wounds in your soul, or in this case, or old karmic cycles that are still following you from your past life, basically. When you don't learn your lesson in one lifetime, it repeats itself in the next one until you will finally learned it, and then in the next life, if you believe in reincarnation, you have a different focus point. And yeah, we don't know what in our next life is our job to learn, because we forget everything. So let's make this a little bit easier. Wiping everything away. I'm gonna do a second round. Wiping that away before we move on into our next and last intention of this special December series. The next one is soul evolution. Basically here, it's a energetic upgrade, getting you ready for the next year. 2025 is going to bring different lessons to every single one of us, and I know a lot of you are probably already dreading it, but you're gonna fight through this with ease. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't be prepared for it, right? So basically here we realized when something is a lesson, basically instead of just blowing up in whatever situation you might find yourself in, you are able to take a few seconds to breathe through and then ask yourself, is this a lesson, or is this just any other situation? Because I don't know about you, but I don't want 2025 to be filled with lesson after lesson. I want to be able to, once the lesson comes up, realize it, work my way through it, and close that chapter, and then move on. Instead of like month after month having to go through the same issue again, maybe just a different scenario, different time, place, different people. So let's make this as easy as possible for us. So I'm gonna do a snapping here to anchor that in, if you don't like that, the video ends here for you. Goodbye already. And if you stay, know that your energy and your soul is upgraded right now for you to fully enter 2025. I need to go behind you as well. Side. A aura of love to finish this up. So I hope you enjoyed this session. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye everyone.